The final day of the viewing of the Edo State Regional Development Plan and Benin City Master Plan 2023 to 2053 and for August 23, 2024 with stakeholders from different sectors including the communication industry, the Standards Organization of Nigeria and the Bottle Association of Table Water join others to assess and give feedback on top the comprehensive master plans. The Commissioner for Physical Planning, Housing, Urban and Regional Development, Isoke Omo, with the Permanent Secretary, Engineer Ojo Osikena, come present the plan and Chuk on how the plan won't take transform Edo State. Some obogetis with them plan and better transportation with integrated road network and better traffic flow, improve public security, develop vibrant districts and neighborhoods where go fit sustain themselves, eco-friendly initiative for water, energy and waste management, and promotion of industrial productivity, heritage, culture and tourism.
I don't know whether I show you the picture of Edo in the 13th, 16th century. Did you see that beautiful city? That the white man said, we came to a primitive people and saw a city more beautiful than the city of this world. Hey, if you get it wrong, what happened to us? So we need to go back and replace our steps. And remember, that's what I said we are Edo. We are culture, we are global, we are innovation, we are development, champions, planning, ever. I put them clean physical planning and we never be found wanting when they come and they say that I'm ready, I'm prepared. That is what it is about. Make us ready, make us prepared, and make the demand of your government. Organ will say we'll put the airport on that we make the airports. You know, don't you see the junction? When we do, there's no activity of physical. Stupid man, no sense man.
He said, what is flyover?
You know, flyover. Are you seeing what is happening? And the car that is flyover interchanges. Okay? But if you don't know, you make the demand. No. You can't. So you need to know what is happening. I was telling somebody, I said, look at what happened. This is the bypass. That's 30 seconds. Eh? The plan was to complete it from here. So that if I come from away, I'm going to Lagos. I don't need to come to town. I take the bypass road. I land on the road and go my way. No truck, no big vehicle pass. That's why the roads are the way they are. We did not finish it. We left it as a half-baked pie. You understand me? This thing must complete. Okay? It must complete. So those are the things you need to understand. Okay, these are the things. You know that if you complete, remember where the bypass is right now. All they don't develop. Look at it. If I show you a desktop of development here, and I show you this side, you will see the difference. This side is flat. It's not as dense. Because development follows infrastructure all over the world. So if you imagine that this thing, the space is done. A lot of people move to the other side of the line. But yes, right, water, access, yeah. Right now, we will not be leaving my village because my village is the last bus stop for our big buses. It ends in my village, so I can actually come from my village to work. The weather is nice there, pollution is less. I am living among my people. There's no fear. Do you get me? So there's a lot I can say, but I'm not here to bore you. I said everything. Let us celebrate our own. And let us put our hands together to get the way of our dreams. Where do you say every 30 years time? They ask me, it's okay. I said, where do I say every 30 years time? Every 30 years time, we will have improvement on Dubai, on London, on New York, on Abuja. You will have improvement of everything that is here. But it is people that can send this hall that will make it happen. Singapore didn't need more money. Malaysia didn't need more money. But the same people. The man, Lee Kuan Yew said in the university he was in, the guy who was teaching him was a Nigerian guy. And he cannot, I know he used to talk about Nigeria then. That was where I was. But then, where did we get it from? What happened to us? Are you getting me? So if you know that this Edo belongs to you, we are cultured people, resilient, proud, hardworking, truthful, respectful, brilliant people. You will not put your children on the floor. You will not throw your dirt, your rubbish when it rains in the water. The water that carries is going to drop in somebody's house. For Christ's sakes. You will gather your things together and put them. If I do my part, I will do my part. We don't get the door for our dreams. Say,
like I said, we tend to put it into the curriculum so that our kids can become the defenders of the legacy which we want to leave. I want to be old and aged and be able to say, yes, this is the way I wanted the door to look like. When we are putting this plan in place. And a door which is safe, and a door which is serviced, and a door which is smart, and a door which is resourceful, and a door which is resilient. I want to be able to say with pride to my child that, oh, yes, I was part of this. Unlike past plans, where I said, like I said before, the plans that were made before were largely not implemented. Most probably because of the fact that this buy-in that we are trying to get now was not there. Like the one the military did, they just drew up the plan and first thing was say, go and implement. How do you implement what you don't understand? So we want you to understand what is in it for you. Then we have a higher probability of success of saying, oh, this thing needs to be done because it is of value to you. So primary to the flag is identity security. Then when there's security, you want to have a service environment, which means if I need to get food, it should be within a certain distance. I need to get water that will service me. I don't need to go and carry buckets to river. Potable water should be able to come to your house. In the same manner, you should have electricity and power fed to you 24/7. You should have roads of various sizes. The ones that are in the residential area should be adequately sized. The ones that are major arterials should be adequately sized with all the opportunities that a proper road should have. Not this one where 2K will leave their pavement and be riding on the sidewalk. You understand? So you have trees so that it gives the environment that coolness that should have in an environment for sustainability. Then, of course, you should have agriculture. Without food, where would we be? And Edo happens to be one of the lucky states where it's an arable area. Almost every part of Edo state will grow anything. Every part. But because of the lack of planning, we still see that most of our food gets wasted. A lot of times you drive through a lot, you see all the pineapples and that, they just perish. They are wasted. Not because of lack of planning. So we want a situation where we ensure the agricultural base which we have. How many of you here know that the current plan of government is to ensure that we have over 200,000 hectares of oil palm in this current administration? How many of you know? That's only a tip of the iceberg. Can you imagine when you have 200,000 hectares of oil palm, what that will do for you? Apart from helping us with the environment, it's also going to be a major revenue. Edo will become the top producer of oil palm, that's palm oil in Nigeria, and all the other derivatives. Because our plan is to just not just to export the oil or export the bunch. Value added service to create jobs for our people is part of the plan. We're not going to be exporting those things. So we have public security.
Commissioner for Communication and Orientation Chris Neikari and the Permanent Secretary Desmond Agama conveyed the ambitious scope of the plan and said the plan get legal backing so it not be just ordinary talk. They can also give constructive feedback, suggestions and some objections to help guide how them go implement them.
I'll just talk about the health center, the health sector. It's very important. I know people know what we're doing in the health sector. Because we've got a lot of criticism that will destroy Central Hospital at where Moa is right now. The truth is, the health sector is being decentralized. It makes it easier for us to walk to any, what we now call neighborhood clinics. They're actually primary health centers, but we look down on primary health centers. I don't know why, because of the name, but the neighborhood clinics. I'll give you an example. In England, you have what you call your family doctor, your GP. That is what the neighborhood clinic is today. You go in there, they take your vitals, they know what's wrong with you, and if there's something seriously wrong with you, they refer you to secondary clinic. And that's why you go to hospitals like the old Central Hospital. You go there, you see 20,000 people there, wait to check for headache, or their leg up, without nail in their leg. But this government is trying, it's when you try to revolutionize things, people complain. They don't see the transformation. And this is why we have decentralized it. In all 192 wards, we're going to have a neighborhood clinic. And that clinic, those clinics are to be connected with a software, I can't remember the name now, whereby once your vitals are taken in your nearest clinic to your house, like my nearest one to my house is Yekoba, which is one of the newer ones. If I'm ill and I'm in my local government area or my village, and I have a problem there, if I go to that neighborhood clinic there, from the computer you can tell all my history because I've been taking earlier from the one in my house. And it makes it more affordable as well because we've introduced what we call the two-state health insurance scheme. For small money, monthly, or annually if you want to do it annually, you are assigned to a hospital. And some of us like private. Half of the private hospitals you go to are not as equipped as the two-state neighborhood clinics. These clinics have doctors who are the same doctors you go and see in those private clinics. This clinic have nurses who are now graduating from our state-of-the-art nursing school. Probably one of the most sophisticated ones in the country today, the Edo College of Nursing Sciences. Accredited and they're doing fantastically well. And then we have the College of Technology coming up to train the middle-level health workers. So we have to have faith in what we're doing here. The health insurance is very important. I want to emphasize that because it saves you a lot. You spend less than 10% of what you pay if you are buying drugs from a normal clinic. And recently, one of the beneficiaries actually told the story of his wife having a baby at those specialists who was on health insurance. For a bill of 400 and something thousand, he paid less than 40,000, including drugs, spending 3 days in hospital, and everything else. Now, when you see the benefit of the health insurance, today we have over 300,000 people enrolled in the health insurance scheme. We have all Edo State pensioners enrolled for free because health, like I say, health is wealth, and the older people, the highest expense is health. So this government, not just this government, even the other so we have to actually get involved in what we are doing. When people tell you about health, I think we've done more for health than anyone else. And if you have time, go and see what is happening at Stella or Pastor Hospital. It's very important. We're building a 300-bed hospital. And over 240 of those beds have gas oxygen connected to it currently. So now I'm sure you know that when in hospital you need oxygen, they will bring you one big bottle, bringing this to come and put in your nose and all that. But this is being done deliberately because this government plans and whatever we do will be done strategically. So in the health sector, I think it's one of our greatest achievements. But don't worry now, this is politics. They will say all sorts of things to tell you nothing is being done. Central was destroyed. Central was over 100 years old. And those that visited the hospital know what they were going through: electric shocks, collapsing building. And then it was in the center of town. There's a hospital there, Edo specialists. Why should we have Central Hospital competing with Edo specialists? So, and then the space, like Madam said a few minutes ago, is the most historically connected space to our history here in Edo State. And then the archaeologists, what they were found there, and what is happening there is unparalleled. And I know people are going to be beneficiaries. I can tell you, in the next 5 years, this is going to be there, but I'm not going to be here. Edo will be rated at least $4-5 million annually from tourism alone. You are building right now the biggest and probably nicest 5-star hotel of Radisson here in the. This is preparation for what's about to happen. Once Radisson is set up, I can assure you, another big name will come here. Because for the ones they know is working for Radisson, another will come here. And when this, we are short. We're not able to host international events because we don't have these facilities. But we have a stadium that the whole world has acknowledged, not just the football pitch, that's all big stadium. But we have an Olympic-sized swimming pool. We have the best indoor sports center. We have the tennis courts. We have the sports shops. And we have all these things that make the stadium a stadium. I'm sure those of you that experienced the last festival, you would have seen that our stadium is probably one of the best in the country today. And when you have that, you can now bid for international festivals. But then when they ask you how many hotel rooms you have or what type of hotels you have, we cannot post them anymore. But today, we are all able to post at least 2. There's project that will be here, and then Radisson is also coming in. So Edo is actually planning, and this is what you talk about master plan, looking at the future, the next generation. Our children will be able to say they want to stay here. And that's not all. Madam did talk about what we call Coral City. That is coming up here also within the city. That city is catering for the growth that we've experienced within the city in the last 30 years at least. And then taking us to an area that's going to be a smart city, deliberately planned, where every single thing is in place. There will be no boreholes in your houses because everything is already there. The lights will be there, the water, where the industrial parts will be. I think from now on, we can talk about it, the place about the port, that's the Coral City. So this government has been deliberate. And so whenever you see on television saying we have a good story to tell, this is just part of the good stories.
The PS has told us that the laws backing the master plan have been legislated. I'm just here to allude to that because in my ministry we have a department called Department of Publication and Documentation. The department is in charge of gazetting every law enacted by Edo State government. So the law backing this master plan will come to the Ministry of Communication, the Department of Publication and Documentation. We can give you the certified true copy. So I just want us to know that the PS is not just faking it, it's free, it's backed up by law. As an environmental scientist, and also having worked in Edo State Emergency Management Agency, I want to share this with you why our environment, we must cherish it, preserve it forever. We had a disaster call somewhere in Edo North, I forgot the name of the community. It's on the hill. And what we got there, virtually every house, the roof were pulled off. I was to go and mitigate the disaster, but when we got there, we have to do something beyond that because that's what our job entails. You can't ask them to leave their habitat. What we did to guide against a reoccurrence, we discovered that they don't have the habit of planting trees. You are living on a hill, it's a bare land, nothing. So when the wind comes, or you see the hill like this, when the wind comes, boom, we have all the houses. So we have to recommend to them, we have to also recommend to the local government, to the state government that community should be encouraged to plant trees to serve as windbreakers so that they don't have such disaster in future. But if they don't do, they'll be experiencing it annually. So that is my take. Like the PS has said, it is our responsibility to preserve our environment.
Commissioner Isoke Omokon tok say Governor Obaseki administration don promise to put citizens' feedback for mind and make sure say the plan succeed through active participation and collabo. She still tok say,
I'm sure you've seen our documentary. We've been doing this for 2.5 years to get to this point. So now the document is finished. It's now time to take it to the public. But the law requires that we do a public viewing, allow the stakeholders to come and see what we've done, and then take their comments so that the final document will be robust, reflecting everything we want. These are living documents because we're working these documents as we are developing them. So this 1 week has been awesome because whatever is happening here in our head office is also happening across the 18 local governments at the local government headquarters. Our staff are there and they're describing this master plan to them in their own native languages and pidgin so that people can accept and get involved. So, and we're also doing the countdown to the day it's going to be launched. As you can see me today, this is day 4 to the launch of the master plan. The master plan will be launched on Tuesday, 27th of August, 2024, where Edo State will be 33 years old. So it is very significant. We've never done this before, not in this scope. Our former master plans, the last one ended in 2012. So in the last 12 years, we've really not had a plan. We've been working without a plan. So now we have a plan, and the plan started from last year. We've already been implementing in the plan so people can have confidence in it, and this plan is reviewed every 5 years to make sure it remains relevant. So it's been awesome. Everybody has walked in here, we've taken their feedback, we've spoken to them what the master plan is all about, and we are very optimistic that this master plan will be implemented. It will be put in the curriculum for primary and secondary schools, and also even tertiary institutions expect that they adopt this master plan. So together, let us make Edo great again. So let us mega together.
For their talk with our 3 persons, some stakeholders and participants come here and say,
It's really great. First of all, I want to commend His Excellency, Godwin Nogarase Obaseki, for this wonderful initiative to have a master plan for the entire state. It's first of its kind in this state, and I'm sure as time goes by, people will come to appreciate this master plan. What I have to say is that the people have to appreciate it. They have to own it. They have to possess the master plan and see it as their own document. Because without the people keying into it, the master plan will just be an ordinary document. So we urge every Edo State citizen, every resident in Edo State should take the master plan very, very seriously so that we have a better environment for us all to live in.
I wish Edo State from 30 years from now is going to be a great state, and the planning is going to be high, and we are going to achieve our targets because we are the one that is going to make it to be great again, because the young generation will be able to gain it.
It's a very beautiful thing. Coming here today has also opened my eyes to so many things, so many areas that the governor and his cabinet is working, and I'm really impressed. And by the grace of God, I also pray and hope that who takes over from him will continue from there. That should be the reason, like what the Honorable Commissioner for Physical Planning said, is that the planning is going to be legislated. So any attempt for anybody to change it, the person should also be able to say why, and also go through that rigorous processes of legislating it. So I think with the aspect of legislation, whoever is coming in should be able to continue from there and sustain it.
I've been in Benin since 2013, and I've seen the developmental strides in the state from successive governors since I came. And I believe the current governor, Governor Obaseki, has done so much in the state. A number of times I talked to my wife, who is an indigenous. I'm originally from Rivers State. My wife is from Edo State. And a number of times I talked to her about how things were when I came and the things that are going on now. I would say in the past few years of the governor's tenure, there has been huge strides. And this master plan, as it is a way of saying, unlike other governors, and you just come and you go, okay, I've done what I want to do. He's creating a legacy that can definitely be built upon, because when you want to build a structure, for instance, if you don't have a solid foundation, you have put up something that can crumble and give into the weather and other things. But when you have this and say this is a master plan and you bequeath it to the state and generations to come, you are creating an insurance for the people. And I want to say that I believe that this is in the right step, and successive generations will be able to look back to this time and say, yes, this was definitely a move in the right direction. And I look forward to a time, like as a doctor, I look for a time when we can have very effective healthcare services. Emergency medical care is really a challenge for most state governments, and I believe with the emergency response and other things that are being put in place as far as healthcare is concerned, the primary healthcare being developed, we are in to see 30 years is a long time. I believe in the next 5 years we'll be able to see huge developmental strides, and I say kudos to the state governor. And I believe successive governors will be able to build on this and make Edo great again.
It's the first time in the governments that we have seen over the years that has been able to come up with a roadmap for the development of the states. Because there's a common sense that if you don't plan, then you plan to fail. So what is going on right now is something to say kudos to the state governments. They've done well, and the master plan covers all the sectors of the states, all the sectors. No one is left out, and it's something that we all should be proud of. And then I hope and I pray that everyone in the states key into these projects, and then so that it doesn't just become a government thing, and then the people are not part of it. Once the people are not part of it, then there will be a challenge. But the way it's going, and I made a request. I asked some questions while in the hall, and they told me that they've been able to go around all the local government areas and senatorial districts, which means the information is going. People have to know, and people have to key in, and so that the master plan can be fully executed.
All that is said about the master plan is a good one. It's something that has to be with, that has to do with all the sectors in the state, and it's a good one. Only the area I need to talk about is the area I belong to, which is the film industry. But I'm not speaking. I'm speaking as the president of EN. You understand? Though the state government has done, he has done in terms of the film industry, because especially making what I had said, he has done well. Talking about the hub, making Edo State a moving production hub. I think that's is a good one. But another area where that we really emphasize, is having a film village. I don't know if it's on the master plan. I think one time when we met with the commissioner for art and culture, she said everything's on the pipeline. She made mention of the film village and some other things that has to do with the film industry. And I wouldn't want all this to be a pen and paper stuff. It has to be, something that everybody has to see. Action, since action speaks louder than words or so. And Like they also say there that the state government has done a lot and it doesn't make noise. Yes, I'm aware of that. Our state government doesn't make noise, but those that are working with him, all the ministries, whatever the state governor has done or the state government has done, it's advisable that before now they should have gone out to let everyone know that this is what the state government has done, so that by now everybody will be aware, whether those that are educated and those that are not educated, they should be aware of what the state government has done so far, so that they will know that yes, this man has really done well. You understand? And to add into about a master plan is a very good one. It's a very good one because the state government, wants us to see in 30 years' time is a good one. If Edo can turn to that, I think there's no need going to abroad. You just remain here and do your thing here.
First and foremost, let me commend Governor Obaseki. He has done extremely well. So, I want you to continue the good work he has started and to finish it. And the only area I'm not too impressed is when I was young, when I was in primary school those days, we used to have what we call free water board. Free water circulated around everywhere, whereby you can go to the tap and fetch without money. But for today, I don't think it's still existing. So that's the area I want him to improve on, whereby the citizens of Edo State can get a free water, can get a free water board, because right now it's not everybody can afford to have a borehole. To do a borehole right now is up to $1 million and $2 million. So I want him to improve on water board. I want the citizens of Edo State to enjoy free water, whereby everybody can have access to free water in Edo State.
We have been taken through the process of viewing the master plan being developed by the Edo State government. What we have seen today is really highly interesting, and because it's more or less like providing a direction for the state government. More or less, it's like piloting an aircraft with adequate GPS coordinates, to lead it to the right destination. So what we are seeing today is that Edo State is being, piloted through the right direction by the development of the strategic plan, and more or less is the same like an institution that is planning to come up with innovation, and at the end of the day come up with strategic plan to lead the organization to the right direction. So the idea of our dream is to see good healthcare, good road networks, power, control of, for instance, environmental sustainability also. So all these are already infused into the master plan, and this will really guide us. We also guide successive government, when they come aboard, to see that they will not deviate from the master plan.
Make una not forget, say, as we see am, now so we dey talk am, we not dey take blame. From Benin City, Ekata Ojiseli, TMC TV News.